Hey gang, so I did a quick duet yesterday with the video that I posted with Eldon Huff Official, where he was commenting on Nashville and trust fund babies invading and ruining the city. And that's partially true, but I wanted to expound on those thoughts because I moved to Nashville over 20 years ago, and I've watched it changed radically. When I first got to Nashville, if you've been there and you've gone to Lower Broadway, when I first got here, half of it was boarded up. Like, I'm not kidding. There was Tootsie's, there was Grun's Guitars, maybe one or two other places, and then, of course, Printer's Alley behind the Ryman back there. That was it. I mean, there was one restaurant. I think Merchants was still there. Anyway, point being, that's radically changed. And they had an opportunity to do things here that they really messed up. So it goes beyond trust fund babies. Let me explain. About 20 years ago, I think I've been here for 22 years, about 20 years ago, a commission got together to create the Plan of Nashville. It's actually a book they published with their findings, with their study that they spent years doing about what to do and how to do it if Nashville were to grow. Being a capital city, that was likely. But then what happened was Rolling Stone, New York Times, other publications started saying it was the hip, cool place to live. And every asshole, hipster, jerk off started moving down here. Okay, cool, man. I'm not old man yelling at clouds. Come on down. But then, yes, the trust fund babies started coming, started spending a lot of money on crappy music, and at least giving some work to studios and musicians. But then the music business started shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And Spotify, I mean, it started with Napster, but then Spotify. And let me just tell you that my royalty checks have gone from helping me live, supporting my lifestyle, paying my bills to like almost nothing as Spotify grew exponentially. Like it would be like the easiest graph to show before Congress ever. Okay, that's the way things go. I don't cry about that stuff because I don't care. I was lucky to have some great singers cover my songs, and maybe that'll continue to happen. But records aren't selling, so I don't ever expect to see that. Yes, you can tour, but you got to work your ass off to tour. The middle and baby acts, man, I don't know how they're doing it, but God bless them. They're going out there and working their asses off, and they're pushing it hard, and hopefully something comes of it for them, and they'll build a fan base, but people aren't buying records. Now, there is sync for film and TV. That can be lucrative if you can get to the music supervisors or the creators of the shows. That's one frontier that's still available to us. But as far as Nashville goes, so you had this influx of people because, yes, it was very cheap to live here. It was funky. It was cool. It was breezy. It was weird. It was kind of weird. It used to just be a cooler, easier, more open, less intense place to be, where you could actually afford a house as a musician and be around other musicians all day. Really, really good musicians. Because if you weren't in the music business, you were in healthcare here, right? Right. So prices start going up. Housing starts going up. People who live in the Midwest and the Northwest and, the middle north of the country start selling their houses for big money compared to what they paid for them. And they start moving down here with a ton of money. They made a big profit. God bless them. That's driving up prices. Traffic is insane. The music business is dead. It's very hard to make any money unless you spend a lot of money. And that's where the trust fund babies that Eldon Huff Official was talking about come in. However, you know the old saying, if you want to make $1 million in the record business, you start with 2. And that's what's going on. Maybe sometimes they hit it, maybe they don't. I'm happy that they're giving some work to people, but the music I'm hearing is kind of crap, so I don't know. And he was right about where are the grassroots George Jones, Loretta Lynn's, Waylon's, Willies, who are not from money, don't have backers, come from hard scrabble backgrounds to come make music that rocks our world. So in my opinion, they got greedy here in Nashville. It grew too fast. They didn't follow the plan of Nashville that they put together low those years ago, and you have what you have now.